everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to speak about AVALIN, the VYMPARI legend. So when I got the idea for this book, it came in a dream. So as I said in the door video, so I encourage you to go and watch the short video on my chat about The Door, my sci-fi novel short story. And like with The Door, when it comes to AVALIN, it came from a dream that I had one night where I saw a cloaked figure standing in front of this massive open hole in the ground, and his features were covered, but I immediately got vampire vibes. Okay, so I am traditionally a science fiction epic fantasy author. So my first series I wrote, The Sword Bearers, which is going to come out later this year, by the way. So keep an eye out for that. I am an epic fantasy author, but I also love my sci-fi. So I love both Star Trek and Star Wars. So when I had this dream about a vampire vibe, I was like, where's this vampire vibe coming from? Okay. But I always trust my dreams because for those of you who don't know yet, I'm also a tarot reader on YouTube. So if you go to at the Raven Oracle, I do my YouTube readings every week. And so I'm highly intuitive. I have really vivid dreams, and I always pay attention to them because then I know that the universe is speaking to me, trying to get my attention. So when it came to this dream that I had, and it was really short, this cloaked, mysterious figure standing on the edge of this massive hole in the ground, and he just launches off, you know, like flies into this hole and then drops down, and like the dream stops. And I'm like, what is this all about, this dream? And I just got vampire vibes. Just after that, the NaNoWriMo was happening, and I used to partake because it was a great way for me to get an idea for a story, and then to get in front of the keyboard and just go for it, and like just see what comes out of my imagination, and then develop the story. So I decided to take my dream and turn it into a NaNoWriMo project, and I managed to reach my 50,000 word count, and that was quite a few years ago. I was still in the process of finishing my Swordberry series, and I was also working on a couple of other stories, like The Girl from Space, which is the novel that I published beginning of, it came out in 2023, I think. Yes, 2023, the start of 2023. And I'm also I'll be publishing a revised edition of that soon, like at the beginning of April. But that's coming out as well, so keep an eye out for that. And then the Swordberry series is going to be following that. So I just decided to put my focus on NaNoWriMo, get the basics of the story, and then it kind of went into the sidelines a little bit. Then after A Girl from Space, while I was revising the Sword Bearers, because I turned it from a 4 very thick book series into 12 shorter books to make it easier for the readers to catch a story, and also just to generate interest, I decided to start working on AVALIN. And it just became this beautiful, very unique story for me. It's got the sci-fi element, okay? So it's my take on vampires, how vampires came to be on Earth, okay? Where they came from. And because I'm a sci-fi author, I always bring sci-fi or fantasy into any of my stories. So I created this fantastic idea. I created this race of beings. Okay, these little videos, by the way, I'm trying not to do spoilers because I really want to generate interest, and I want you guys to go and buy the book, okay? That's ultimately what I want. But AVALIN, her character, most of my stories are strong female characters, but I'm not like this feminist or like strong female warrior, you know. It's just each character in each of my books, like Nasi from The Girl from Space, AVALIN, the Swordberry series, the main character is a girl. But these are all parts of me. These are all, the characters are all parts of me that come out of me. And they are characters that I kind of see myself as being, as I wish I could be, like having those experiences, right? And then I build my characters around them. But I've also got very strong male characters as well in all my stories. They're very dominant. So it's not only a chick book, okay? It's not only about the chicks, all right? And with AVALIN, you've got these, she meets these mysterious strangers one night, okay? She is in a very dark place. She's contemplating killing herself, ending her life because of her life situation and what happened to her. So she loses her son and her husband in a terrible riverboat accident. So AVALIN takes place in the late 1800s in America. So it's that kind of time period. It's got a bit of a steampunk feel, okay, the story, because of the sci-fi part of it. And she's forced to, after losing her family, she loses everything. And she ends up in another town, and the only thing that she can get, the only job she can get, the security being looked after, is to work as a prostitute in a brothel. And coming where she's coming from, she's this well-educated, beautiful woman, a strong woman, okay, highly educated, but now she's forced to do this thing that just brings her shame and terror, like every single day of her life. And when we pick up the story, she's been doing it for a year already. And then one night, her horrible employer, okay, Madame Sandra, who owns this brothel, okay, tells her that there are these two men that want to buy her for the night. And when she looks across the smoky room of the brothel, she sees these two mysterious characters. But they're very different to everyone else around them. The way they dress, they've got these black rimmed hats, you know, and she could swear that their eyes were like stars, like pinpricks beneath the shadow of the rim of their hats, right? And she feels this instant, like, it's almost like an electric charge, this connection to them. And they're so mysterious, and it's almost like if you're in a movie, you can imagine the room growing quiet, and she's just focused on them, and they are intensely focused on her. But she freaks out because she's never had two men at the same time. Okay, so she doesn't want to do it, but she's forced to do it. But what unfolds from when she meets the two characters, all right, what unfolds from that is just mind-blowing. Okay, it's so, there's so many twists in the story. It just takes you along all these different avenues, and you get to meet these two characters. Their names are Din and Caston, and they are brothers, and you get to know them and their story and where they're from and the reason why they are on the planet, and where they, you know, everything about her, and why AVALIN is the most important figure of the story, and why she eventually finds a reason to keep living. And that is what the entire story is about. Why does she change her mind from wanting to kill herself to wanting to stay alive more than anything? Okay, so that is the whole story. And it's just a mystery, it's mayhem, there's a little bit of horror in it, there is lots of blood and gore, there is fighting, there is all kinds of, there's of course lots of love and passion, all right? It doesn't go into the erotic side at all, because that's not who I am, I don't write like that. But it is an intense love story, and it is very passionate, okay? So it kind of, this whole story just has this mix, this genre mix, and it is something different for me. But I loved creating the characters, and as you know, characters, as a writer, characters more often than not tell you who they are and what you should be writing about them, and as the character arcs develop in the story. And I'm pretty good at that. I love developing characters that you can, as a reader, you can really resonate with. All right. I'm going to leave it there, guys. I don't want to make this video too long. I don't want to give too much away. But I really encourage you to go and catch all my links. So in my channel description, I have in all my links. So Goodreads, Amazon, Smashwords, all the places where you can buy my books. So keep a lookout also as well for The Girl from Space. It is a pure sci-fi novel, and it's already got incredible 5-star reviews. So I also encourage you to go and check out my website, because on my website you'll see the 5-star reviews, or you can go and check me out on Goodreads. All my reviews are there. And when you join my website, if you subscribe to my newsletter, then I will send you a free copy of The Door. All right, and The Door has incredible 5-star reviews. So I'm very lucky. I'm passionate about writing. I love telling stories. I love sharing them with the world. Please comment. Ask me questions. If you want to ask me a whole whack of questions, my Gmail address for my author page and for me as an author is in the description box. So go and check that out. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. I'll see you next time. Also tell me if you want me to do videos where I talk about myself, my writing process. If you want me to speak about writing in particular and ask me questions, then let me know. Okay, I'll see you next time. Bye.